just playing around with some of these settings. I'm attempting to stream this actually from the Pavilion, of course, right as I was about to sign on. That my bit rate was dropping below optimum, and there it went to 0. So we'll see how successful this is. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's 0. Okay, and now we're back up to a full stream. All right. So this will be a very good test of the streaming capabilities of the Wi-Fi in the Pavilion. Really, the real reason why I wanted to get on here to do this was to let you all know that on Sunday we'll be having our first in-person worship service since really the middle of March. But not everyone will be physically present with us, and I hope to be able to stream the service live from the Pavilion with, the sounds of nature all around. I'm certain that some are coming through the microphone. Now, if the live stream has too many buffering issues, I'll also be recording the service to upload it to YouTube when the service is completed. Of course, I just realized that I forgot to start recording this one, so what you see is what you get. Now, I also just want to let you all know that Sunday's service will look and feel different. I'll have a mask on, like I do right now. And everyone volunteering as part of the service, and also as part of the volunteer crew for the COVID safety plan, will all be wearing masks. And you, as attendees and participants, you will also need to have a mask on in order to attend. Another difference is, in order to comply with contact tracing, my name will of course be recorded as present, and all of the volunteers' names will also be recorded. And I also ask that anyone who is attending to record your names as well in the contact tracing record. This is in the sincere prayer that we will never need to refer to it. We'll certainly be taking a tally so that we'll have a total number. But if you can put down your name in that contact tracing record, that would very much help us. Other changes to worship is that there will be no singing. And so, because of that, I'm asking everyone to bring a set of wind chimes so that we can hang the wind chimes under the Pavilion. Another thing that you'll need to bring is your own chair. This is so that we don't need to coordinate cleaning all of the chairs that would be set out and put away. If you bring your own chairs, you are responsible for, hopefully, making certain that your chairs are clean. Also, prayers will be read aloud by one person, myself or another worship leader, and we will not pass the peace by any means that involve touching one another. The COVID safety plan volunteers will set places for attendees to sit so that we will all be physically separated, the recommended distance, that is. And there'll be a traffic flow for entering and exiting the Pavilion. We have paused communion while the pandemic is the present reality in our lives. And so, therefore, the weeks that we would have shared the sacrament, I'll upload a sharing the meal prayer service online. We will not be physically sharing any meals at this time. In choosing to resume in-person gatherings, the session also acknowledges that there are many members of the congregation for whom gathering in person is unsafe. This is the reason for such a comprehensive safety plan. There are rules and regulations for gathering in person, and it's also clearly stated in the plan that it is still recommended that people remain safer at home. So this is the reason for the safety plan. It is to mitigate the risk as much as possible, while still supplying a response to contradictory needs. The session chose to resume in-person worship under the Pavilion. This is in the hopes that the outdoor setting would help all of the volunteers discover the necessary considerations for the safety plan. in an environment that is hopefully safer than the close walls of a building. Now also, the decision to attend worship in person is personal. In this age of COVID, if I had the choice to attend worship in person or remain safer at home, I would choose to remain safer at home. I understand the desire to see friends and loved ones, the desire to worship in community. Right now, the safer thing is to remain at home. So, I therefore pray that the safety plan that has been discerned and prayed over, I pray that it protects everyone who physically attends worship. Finally, one more point. The gospel lesson for the week. It's Matthew 13, verses 1 through 23. It's the parable of the sower. Now, last summer, I attempted a sermon series on all the parables. Well, not all the parables. I had quite a number of them, though. So for me, the interesting challenge will be in seeing how I interpret this parable differently, both in light of the pandemic and also in light of a newly awakened again racism awareness within myself. I hope that this little video both provides me some very useful information about the buffering and the stream strength out here in the pavilion. But I also hope that it provides you with some reassurance about what Session and I are doing going forward with needing to provide a need and a service, but also to keep people safe. Peace of Christ be with you all.